so good in love. I wish you still wanted me. Here's the hard part. Doak, I've wasted a lot of time not seeing you. But tonight, your real beauty's shining. And I know I never took the time to let you know. So before she takes you away, please let me say, you look so good in love. You want him, that's easy to see. You look so good in love. Who's that? That's you. I wish you still wanted me. I wish you still want. Let's go to Texas now, ladies and gentlemen. Still wanted. I wish you still wanted me. I have to get the big book out because hey, here's the book. Okay, there's your second page. This sometimes is a train wreck for me, so please don't be alarmed. A very important item, by the way.
If you do not have capos, I believe they have one or two over here before you leave by one. Come back tomorrow.
That's another thing. I had to take guitar lessons on everything I've written. I took just about every lesson I've ever had from a great guitar player named and teacher, Gary Talley. And Gary suffered. Yeah, Gary suffered through all those lessons with me. I appreciate that. You sure look good there, standing in the doorway in the sunset light. Maybe I read you wrong, thinking you could be my Mr. Right. I was putting my heart and soul on the line, said you needed some time, just a little more sounds trite, but I've seen the light. Bye-bye, love, I'll catch you later. Got a left foot down on my accelerator. The rearview mirror torn off, I ain't never looking back. That's a fact. I tried all I could imagine. I begged and pleaded, true love is passion, but I've got pride. I'm taking it for a ride. Bye-bye, bye-bye, my baby, bye-bye. I lost the game, I guess. I did my best to win the part. Now leaving here with what's left of my heart. Bye-bye, I'll catch you later. Got a left foot down on my accelerator. Rearview mirror torn off, I ain't never looking back. That's a fact. I tried all I could imagine. I begged and pleaded in true love's fashion. I've got pride and I'm taking it for a ride. Sounds good? Bye-bye, love, I'll catch you later.
Rory, you wanted them to maybe hit you with some probing questions as you asked. So let's do a little Q&A. Anybody want to volunteer?
Any questions out there?
Well, you got to speak into the mic unless you want to hear.
I didn't speak into the mic.
Yeah. Come on, any questions? Come on. Any questions of Roy?
Ask me a good one. Oh, they're not going to ask it.
This is your chance, because afterwards, don't be cornering him and say, oh, Roy, what about this? What about that? In the back, ask a great question.
What about the musicals that you went to watch inspired you to write songs?
Is there a musical that inspired you to write songs?
Well, actually, it was every musical that MGM movies ever made. Everybody seemed so happy. And a lot of them were written by the great songwriters at that time, Rodgers and Hart, the Gershwins, people like that. I grew up with that music in my grandmother's house, and she was they loved music, and she was a huge MGM movies fan. So that's the first music I ever heard, and I loved it. And then of course I hit 13 and I heard Elvis, and Ricky Nelson, and that was. But that's basically what made me want to do this. Is that anywhere near what you wanted to know?
Any other questions?
What inspired you to want to be a songwriter?
Oh, I'm not a songwriter.
Back here, Lynn.
Yeah, I was wondering what prompted you to write your first song?
I'm thinking of back to that time. I was a freshman. I was a freshman in college, and I heard some guys practicing guitars in one of the rooms, and they had a little band, and for some reason I said, man, I want to do that. And so I took my last, I called home and I said, can I have that last $100 in my bank account? There's a guy here wants to sell an electric guitar and amplifier. And my parents said, we'll send you the money, Rory, but why would you want to do that? You've never done anything else. So I got the money, I got the guitar, and I drove my roommates. I had 3 roommates, and I drove them crazy for the whole year. And at the end of that year, I was to the point where I could play 4 chords together. And I just started putting some words together, and well, I mean, they were awful, of course. But everybody, unless you're gifted, everybody starts off pretty bad. So that's a good thing to know. And it was just a need to be creative. It's because I needed a lot of applause at that time. I mean, it was a way to get people to like me. But I mean, overall, I mean, I've just always loved music and song and movies about songwriters. I mean, I've got them all. I'm an addict.
Rocky, you have a question?
Yeah. Well, Nashville is all about co-writing. A lot of people write on their own. And so co-writing is like this experimentation. It's like going out on a date with somebody. You don't know how it's going to go. What would you say would be the 3 things that would indicate that it was likely to work out well, the relationship is likely to work out well? And what would be 3 signs that the relationship is probably not going to work in regards to co-writing?
Well, one, you don't like the other person. You know, that's a very good question. And I'd like to sound like all those guys on CNBC. I'd like to answer your question, but first I'd like to say the key is always to try to write a song. And if you can write a song with somebody the first time, then that's a pretty good sign. It could be a terrible song, but if you both collaborated and you both wrote that song, that always said to me, well, if I can do that, that means that if one of us gets a really good idea, we can probably write that. So that's a real good sign. The answer to that question is such a feely kind of situation because you've really got to, you may not be getting anywhere, it may have been a bad day, but you know, something tells you, you know, I'm going to try again and see if there's something here. And I'd say if you try 2 or 3 times with somebody and it just doesn't go anywhere, then that's time to both walk away and find somebody else. Do you co-write?
Somebody, yeah.
So,
I do off and on, and there's one person that I was co-writing with about a month or 2 ago. He's a friend of mine. I like him a lot. He's really got a lot of talent, but we got to the point where, of course, I would have my sort of version of the lyric, and he would have his version of the lyric. And if I would make suggestions about his version of the lyric,